Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome for this new presentation. So my name is Loic, business analyst at Odoo, and during this talk, I will show you how accountants can become trusted business advisor. But first of all, before diving into the subject itself, you can scan the QR code here, and we will answer all your questions at the end. If we don't have the time to answer all of them, do not hesitate to come to our accounting booth in Hall 7, and we will be happy to answer all of them. So the reason of this presentation today is because of this specific quote. Because nowadays, customers want more from their accountants than just recording bills and sending VAT returns on time. They want real advice on their businesses and their real-time accounting. At Odoo, we truly believe that real-time accounting is only possible if there is a common platform between the entrepreneur and the accountant. Okay? This common platform is key and will have a lot of advantages for both of them. First of all, a seamless communication. Everything is gathered at the same place. We don't need to search for the right information. We have it right on time at the same place. Secondly, for the accountant, he will be able to become a real trusted business advisor because he don't only have view on the invoices itself, he really has a view on the business of his customer. Let's take, for example, sales order, projects, timesheet, manufacturing order, inventory, and so on. And thanks to that, he will be able to give real advice. And last but not least, real-time accounting, because all the apps are integrated. If there is a connection between accounting and another application, it will be done automatically. So that looks very nice, but let's see in Odoo how it works. Okay, so I'm here in the database of my customer, so I'm the accountant, and I will do his accounting. So before diving into the accounting app, I will quickly start with my document application. Here in my document application, I have many folders and so on, and I can, of course, configure here an email alias to drop documents, but here I will quickly just upload a few ones, okay? So let's take all of these documents, and I will open them. You already saw it maybe today, but here, thanks to our AI, all the documents will be sorted automatically and will be moved to specific folders, and there will be some actions that are triggered. As you can see here, all my documents are being digitalized, and that means that they are sent to the accounting directly. As you can see, in the inbox folder, I don't have any document anymore. So when I go now to my purchase, for example, I will be here able to see some draft bills. When I open them, I check in the chatter. You will directly see in the chatter that I sent this document a few seconds ago, and our default agent create the vendor bill and move to the folder purchase. And it's not only working with invoices. When we have a look at our insurance folder, I have here as well another document that I've just uploaded as well a few seconds ago, and this one doesn't need an action. It was just moved to the right folder. Now, everything is sent to the accounting, so let's have a look at the accounting application. Here we see directly on the purchase side that we have 4 bills to validate. So I will open them, and let's open the first one. I will just refresh the OCR in order to have all the information filled in automatically. Here, as you can see, thanks to our OCR, all the information is filled in, and what's very important to remember from this is that it's also learning from your input. So if you change something, it will understand it, it will learn from it, and the next time that you have a bill from the same vendor, it will give you directly the right information, okay? But here, maybe I will zoom a bit on the invoice. You see it's for the purchase of an Apple MacBook Air, okay? So this is a fixed asset, and I have a second line with delivery fees for €5. I want to split that, of course, but here the OCR will always put it on one line because it's the same VAT regime, okay? But I can easily just, for example, go on the price and say, okay, I want this as price, and you see that Odoo will generate 2 lines. And I will go and do the same on the label. I will select all of them, and now I have the right information in my label, and this will trigger the right account and the right tax code, because the accounts and the tax codes are based on my vendor and my label. So thanks to this, I can really automate everything, and I can even go further. As soon as I will confirm it, you will see that the asset that is linked has been generated. When I open it, I can see all the information of my asset, and even further, I can see all the depreciation entries linked to this asset. Okay? And when we scroll down, we see all the depreciation in the past that are posted, all the ones in future already exist, and they're still in Drive, but will be posted automatically at the right date by Odoo. Now, let's come back to our bill, and we will now have a look at the next one. Here we have a bill for electricity fees. Okay, I rent my office, for example, but I also use it for private purposes. Okay, I don't want to manually exclude those percentage and so on. No, now I have the possibility here to add and to use the field professional. Okay, and this field is working as the same way as the account and the tax code. Means that now you already filled in the right percentage because I already recorded a few bills from Electrabel. But let's say that as from today, it's not 75 anymore, it's 80. When I will confirm the bill, I can now have a look at the journal items. When I open them, you can see at the bottom that I have two extra lines, the current account administrator. And here we will automatically record 20% of the expense on one line, but as well 20% of the VAT on the other line. Okay? So now let's go back to a third one. And here we have a bill. First time we have a bill from this vendor. It's a French vendor with a French VAT number. My company is in Belgium with a Belgian VAT number. So here I am in a specific fiscal position. Okay? First of all, I need to change the account, because it's not the correct one. I don't know exactly which account I should use, but I know it's linked to some computer services. So I can just type in computer, and thanks to the description of each account, you will have a list of all the accounts where in the description you have the word computer. So I know now this is the one I need to use. And I need to change as well the tax code, because it's not merchandise, it's a services. Okay, I will remove it. And when I will open it, I will only see the tax codes that are applicable in my intra-community fiscal position. So it's way easier to know which one I need to use. It's a service. Okay, now I can confirm that one. And I have a last one. Okay, and this is not a PDF file, it's an electronic invoice. As you can see in the chatter here, it's an UBL Biz Billing 3.0. So if you watch the previous talk of Laurent regarding PEPL, this is a PEPL invoice that came through PEPL in the account. But as you can see here, what's really different, it's that we have all the information of the invoice itself. So we have a lot of lines, and as you can see, they are all at 0. I don't want that in my accounting, because imagine your general ledger will be full of lines without any amount, so I want to remove them. We have here the possibility to easily remove all the empty lines. I just click on it, and it will remove all of them and keep only the lines when there are amounts, and as you can see, directly with the right account and the right tax code. And then I can confirm those ones. Now, let's come back to the dashboard. Purchases are done. Now, let's have a look at the sales. Again, here, collaboration between the accountant and the entrepreneur is very important. And you can see that I have here 4 invoices to review. Why? Because my customer will create his own sales invoices directly in Odoo, but I want to be sure that they are recorded correctly in the accounting. So I open, let's say, this one, for example. Here you can see that my customer created the invoice, send it to his customer. Maybe it's even already paid, but here I have the button reviewed to be sure that the account that is used, the tax code, everything is correct. Once it's done, I can review it. But like I said, the business advisor role is also to have more information than just an invoice. And here I can directly go and see that this invoice is linked to a sale order. When I open it, I'm directly in the sale order itself. And from here, I can see, okay, this is linked to a project. I open it, I can see here the description of the project, what did he do, and so on. And I can even go to the timesheet tab and see, okay, already timesheet 11 hours. So let's come back to the bill directly. And here I can see, okay, we'll only invoice the 11 hours you already spent on that project. So I will just say that it's okay, review, and now it's done. Now, I can do it one by one, but here, in my case, I trust my customer. I know he's doing well. So what I will do, I will just select everything at once, and with my action, I will review all the entries in one time. Now, purchase sales are done. Let's move to the banks. I here have 3 to reconcile. When I open them, I can here see 3 different transactions. The first one is a payment customer received from Decathlon Belgium. As you can see directly, it tried to reconcile it because they are open invoices. When I open it, I can see a list of invoices. It did not match it automatically because there are 2 invoices with the same amount. And as I don't have any description in my transaction, Odoo does not know which one you should take. So I know it, I will take this one. But what's also very important in this view is that, one, you directly have access here to the documents to see them and to know which one you need to reconcile. But the other part that is very important is at the bottom right, you have the balance. And when I select a few documents, you can see the balance is updating. And so I know, okay, now I still need 4,100 euro. Okay, it's this one. My balance is now at 0. I can select them and everything is reconciled. And also one thing very important in the communication, again, between accountant and entrepreneur, is that you always have the chatter that is available. And when you click on it, you will directly see that all the documents that were reconciled are also stored here in the chatter, and you will be able to see them directly. Now, let's go to the next one. And here again, I switch from transaction. My chatter is also switching directly. But here I have a payment of an insurance. I know this is something I already had in the past, and Odoo will then propose me the right account because he saw that in the past I already recorded those kind of transactions on this account. So it will create a model for me, and I will just need to click on it to apply it. But next thing, very important as well, you remember in the beginning I uploaded a few documents. And there was a document for my insurance. So now I also have the possibility in the log notes to look for a document in my document application. And here I directly dive into the insurance. I can see this is the one 18th of September at 4:30. It's the one I uploaded. I will select it, add from document. And again, this document will be stored as well in the chatter of this specific bank transaction. And the last one I have is a Stripe payment. Well, also with a brutto and some commission, I can, for this kind of stuff, also create a specific model that will search for the amount, in the description, and will split it directly on 2 specific accounts I've mentioned. Now, banks are done as well. So now let's move on to the tax return. As you can see, we here have a few things to do, and I have my VAT return to do for in 2 days. But let's do it already today. You can see in this view, all the tax returns are already done. They were all reviewed, submitted, and paid. But now let's do the one of August. I will open it, and here we will have a few checks, okay? Here, all my checks have been reviewed. That means that I can go further and that I can validate my tax return. So I will validate it, I will lock my dates, and as soon as I will lock my dates, Odoo will also generate the closing entry, and as you can see here, it was just written. Now, it's locked, I have here an amount to pay, I will submit my VAT return. Based on your localization, you can either download an XML file or send it directly to administration. Here, I will just download it and I will upload it later, but I will mark as it submitted. And then you have the payment of the VAT. Either you leave it here and your customer will come and scan it and it's directly done. But to be sure you pay on time, I will just send it by email. I will just send it by email to be sure that he will pay. So now we received an email with the QR code. He can just scan it and pay his VAT on time. Now, I remember for this specific customer, I still need to submit my annual account. So before submitting the annual accounts, what I will do, I will review the account. And thanks to the working files, I will be able to put some checks in place and review all the balances. And here I already began, but I'm not finished yet. So I will open it and let's go to the checks. Here you can see that there are a few checks, but as well, you can directly switch to the balances. On the balances, you can ask to review some accounts or not. And as you can see here, I have for the moment a list of to review accounts. When I scroll a bit, I can see here, for example, maintenance cars. I don't have any amount. I have an amount this year, sorry, but I hadn't any account last year. So I think it's not the correct one. Everything should be on this maintenance for cars. So what I will do from there, I open it, can see, okay, it's correct, but it's not the right account. I will just select all of them, and I will here, maintenance for cars, I will switch, and directly it's updated. And when I come back to the balance, now it's okay, and this account is fine, and the other one is empty, and I can mark it as reviewed. I can do it one by one, of course, but if I want to gain time, I can select everything, review, and update it. Now, everything is done. My cycle, same principle. I can review them one by one, upload document, go to the right information, and if I'm okay with it, I can just mark as completed. Okay. Now, my review is done, and when we come back to the audit, as you can see, it disappeared because it's in the stage done. Now I can go to my annual report. And here we have a standard annual report that is available for you. This one is directly linked with our knowledge application. We have a standard layout that you can adapt. You can add some information and so on, but you can also add your own reports if you want. Okay, and here I can, for example, want to add this in my account, in my report, and remove this one, for example. And then when I'm done, I can just come back on the report, I can print it, and Odoo will print one big PDF with all the information in it, structured in a nice way, and we will have all the information that is gathered in that report. My report is a bit big. Okay, let's open it to see it. But you can see with the logo of my company, all the information, as you can see, the station, balance sheet, with the new format and so on. So this is really how it looks like. So that was it, in fact, for the first part of my demonstration. So in this demonstration, we saw the evolving role of the accountant. First of all, we saw the great collaboration between the entrepreneur and the accountant, thanks to a very strong and continuous communication. Secondly, we saw a lot of automations and AI that will reduce a lot all the repetitive tasks done by the accountant, but also by the entrepreneur. And last but not least, the 360-degree business view. Like I said, the accountant will have access to all kinds of information, not only invoices and bills, but he will have access to all the other apps of his customer, and he will be able to give real-time business advice to his customer. Now, it's important as well for accountants to be able to give that kind of advice, not only for one customer, but for all their customers. And this is why it's very important for all accounting firms to have a clear and centralized view on all the tasks and to-dos they have for all their customers. And this is why we are very happy today to present you a new application in Odoo 19 that is called Database Application. Okay? Here you will see all the databases that are available, all the customers' database are available with a lot of information and KPIs. But let's dive directly into the database to show you how it looks like. So we have a database, and here, when you open it, you will be able to see all the customers' databases. I will maybe just switch and put it the other modus. You will see all the information, and you will have a lot of KPIs and activities that are updated. As you can see, I will now synchronize, and we will look in each of them if we can update some information regarding the documents in draft, for example, vendor bills, customer invoice, but also all kinds of activities, VAT return, advance payment, annual closing, the audit reports, and so on. And this is available for all the databases of their clients. And here we can see directly update, and we saw that the first line here changes, this one as well. We have now new documents and so on, so we know with which customer we should start the day. Now, let's go back in the Orsa Consulting company, and here we will see that I have a few tasks to do. Okay, first of all, I have here the UBO update. So we'll open it, and here I will see that I need to update the UBO register for this specific company. Nothing easier, I will just go on the company itself, and here I will be able to request the UBO form. Sending the email, send, it will be sent, and this person will be able to just click on this and fill in. And here, let's say I'm Lionel and I'm the CEO, and I will submit it, and now it's submit correctly. Now it will be stored directly in the database and in the chatter of this specific contact. Okay, and we also have the possibility to manage the equity of each customer. So here, as you can see, all my customers. And if we take again Orsa Consulting, I can here have a view of the cap table of this specific company. And when I open it, I will be able to see all the shareholders with the shares they have, Class A, Class B, optional. I will be able as well to see the voting rights, the dividend payout, the fully diluted, and the valuation in real time. And I will be able to update this very easily. So, other way. That was it, in fact, for my demonstration. We know that Odoo is not a typical accounting software. It offers way more than just accounting. And this is why we focus a lot on onboarding. We started, I think, 2 years ago with the Odoo Academies, and thanks to those, we were able to train more than 200 entrepreneurs weekly in 2025, and more than 500 accountants monthly in 2025 on Odoo invoicing and Odoo accounting. But we will keep going, because we have a lot of free Odoo Academies on our website, so if you want to join, do not hesitate to go on odoo.com/events. You will see all our events that are available. So do not hesitate to subscribe. And if you cannot join, just for your notice, the invoicing and the accounting Odoo Academies are fully free online. So do not hesitate to watch them and give us your feedback. We will keep improving them as much as we can. So thanks to all those Odoo Academies, we now have more than 2,000 accounting firms using Odoo in more than 130 countries. And those accounting firms are not only registered on our website, but they are also part of our Odoo community. What does that mean? First of all, they receive a monthly newsletter, not with any bullshit or random information, really with tips and tricks on accounting, and also we keep them updated on all the new functionalities we bring in our new version. They also have access to a dedicated support for accountants by accountant. And last but not least, they have free access to their customers' databases on Odoo Online. So if there are any accounting firms not yet registered on our website, do not hesitate to go on our website and register your accounting firm. So that was it for me. Thank you very much, and we'll now go to the Q&A.
So we have some questions here.
Yes.
Can you add the check number in the interface when doing bank reconciliation?
Not sure to understand well the question. The check number, you can add the bank number of the other part. This is something you can do. But check number, I'm not sure to understand well the question, so maybe you can come see me at the accounting booth afterwards, and we'll be happy to discuss it.
Okay, there is another question. Is there a way as an accountant for multiple companies to look across multiple administrations at the same time in order to actively advise clients and detect any irregularities?
You can connect to multiple databases at once. This is certainly possible. And thanks to the database app, you will have a view of all your customers, and you will see, thanks to those KPIs, the information relevant, I think.
Yeah, Thank you. Thank you. We're running
I
out of
think,
time.
yeah, we need to stop. So if you have any question for me or for someone on the team, do not hesitate to come to the accounting booth, all 7, and we will be happy to answer all the questions. Thank you. Thank you.